Millions of Americans came out to kick off the holiday shopping season this past weekend, including here at Macy's. But the average shopper did more browsing than buying compared to last year. Retail experts say deeper discounts are getting people in the doors, but they're holding on tighter to their money. A federal judge has ruled the NYPD stop and frisk tactics are unconstitutional, citing discrimination of Black and Latino men. City officials say stop and frisk has made the streets of New York safer, bringing the city's crime and murder rates to record lows. But opponents say it's a blatant violation of civil rights. Remember the cast from the 1999 movie The Best Man? Well, they're back to show us what happened over the last 14 years with The Best Man holiday. The movie exceeded expectations at movie theaters like this one, coming in second to the mighty Thor and giving the superhero some competition and a run for his money. Nearly 2 months after the rough rollout of healthcare.gov, consumers and insurers are seeing improvements, but they say they are not enough. Thousands shopping for insurance on the troubled website are still unable to reliably create an account or verify their identities, and insurers are receiving confusing enrollment data. A dead baby is probably the last thing you'd expect to find in a teenage girl's shopping bag. But that's exactly what 17-year-old Tiana Rodriguez was caught carrying at this Victoria's Secret store in Herald Square Thursday afternoon. Rodriguez of Crown Heights, Brooklyn, was shopping at the store with her friend. According to police, the two girls were stopped by a store security guard who suspected they were shoplifting. He smelled a foul odor coming from the girl's bag and found the body of what appeared to be a nearly full-term baby boy. Rodriguez told police she was 6 months pregnant, miscarried the baby on Wednesday, and didn't know what to do with the body. Those who know Rodriguez were surprised about what happened.
I hope she didn't do it.
She's a nice young lady.
The store remained open while authorities investigated. Shoppers were shocked and dismayed by the news.
It's sad. It hurts because it's still a life that was born and now it's gone.
I have two daughters. The youngest one is 18. She would probably be terrified, but there's so many things you can do, like leave it in a church, go to the hospital and just say, I don't want it, which is not a good thing, but it's better than doing this.
Both girls face charges of petty larceny and criminal possession of stolen property, but could face more serious charges depending on the outcome of an autopsy. In New York, I'm Brandi Fraser Hall. The ingredients in some of your favorite foods at restaurants and grocery stores may soon be changing. Today, the Food and Drug Administration announced a proposal to eliminate trans fat from the American diet. The FDA says trans fats are a serious threat to your health.
Trans fats increase your risk for heart disease. It turns out that they elevate the so-called bad cholesterol, LDL.
Artificial trans fats can be found in processed foods, some frozen and fried foods, and even microwave popcorn. According to FDA.gov, half of the trans fat Americans consume is formed during food processing.
We could save about 7,000 lives and prevent about 20,000 heart attacks in this country every year. So that's why we think this is an important step.
Trans fat is produced when hydrogen is added to vegetable oil, which food manufacturers often use to improve taste, texture, and shelf life.
The industry will have to find other ways to produce these foods, but I think they can do it. And a lot of companies have made moves in that direction already. So I think this is a good thing.
Currently, a company can list that a product contains 0 grams of trans fat if the food contains less than half a gram. Health officials say the best way to confirm if the food contains trans fat is to check the ingredients for the words hydrogenated oil before purchasing what you think is healthy. In 2006, restaurants in New York City were the first in the nation to phase out trans fat. Mayor Michael Bloomberg says that's proven to be positive for New Yorkers, despite initial concerns about what the restaurants would do next.
They did not do what some people feared, and that was to replace trans fats with something that was even worse. They replaced it with something that was better, and their business is better than ever.
The FDA will take public comments on its website for the next couple of days before making a final decision. In New York, I'm Brandi Fraser Hall.